Oh no, the chat's not working.
What?
Hello everyone, I got this.
Hello. Is it streaming now?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Ah, okay. Welcome. Whose time is it to host? Is it yours or mine?
It is my turn, I think.
Ah, okay.
Oh no.
Welcome everybody.
Welcome everyone. Welcome to another Don't Worry Saturday live stream with your host Static P Ryan
Hello.
and the baby cat
Is it
Derek.
streaming now?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Ah, okay.
Wait, what happened?
Welcome. Shout me out, please. Hen Coco. That's mine. There you go. You're welcome. You said it with your host, Brian, and then or the Static P, but you're the host. So I think that means
both the hostesses.
Wait.
Oreos.
Yeah, doesn't the guy on the speaker, the guy like that you can't see, announces the host, and then the host directs the rest of the show? Is that how it goes? On most programs?
Yes.
Right. Cool.
Now introducing the host of Don't Worry.
No one can tell that.
Oh.
They just think I'm clearing my throat for a long time or doing something. They have no idea. I mean, yeah.
The Beta Cat.
In a world where one man, one ice cream.
Ice cream. In a world where a man eats his ice cream and he
Please
enjoys
don't die on us again. That was not my fault.
That was the Keith's fault, I think, right?
Yeah, we actually had a warning in LA. It went well in my area saying that, hey, yo, your internet and your house will die because it's hot.
Your house is going to fall apart because it's so hot.
But
Brick
it's
is
actually
melting.
not that hot today, so hopefully it doesn't do that.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally a girl. What are you talking about? No, I'm not. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. First, the newcomers and the old ones that show up every time. You guys are awesome, all of you. Thank you for all of your sweet support. Sweet like ice cream. And yeah, so this is Don't Worry, and I'm going to let Derek explain what's going on here.
Hello, everyone. So, for those who are just joining, first stream to Don't Worry, you may have realized that Static does not have a piano in front of him because Don't Worry is a stream where we take questions from you guys, the people in the chat, the lovely viewers, where you're having problems in your own lives. And we are not psychologists, we're not professional advisors, we're just two dudes that want to help out you guys. And, yeah, so hopefully you allow us the chance to better you, and hopefully allow yourself the chance to better yourself. Yay, friendship!
Yay! All right, awesome. I've got neighbors. I'm currently at my new house, and it's a big work in progress. There's a lot of stuff that I have to do to fix it up to make it livable, or that my brother's going to do mostly, honestly. But I'm currently looking out the front porch, and you can see there's houses and things. And so I have a suspicion that the neighbors are going to be like, who's this dude over there screaming about random things? Like, what is going on?
Why is that guy over there being so nice?
Yeah. What is he, a counselor? What's going on?
He's offering amazing advice. I sure wish I had a friend like him in my life.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly
just sitting in their house with their pajamas crying.
Oh. Aw. This is sad.
Honey,
Come on,
quick, get
dear.
the camera. Let's record our new best friend.
Let's record it.
Without his permission.
Oh, definitely. Well, that's how you know you're best friends. You don't need permission. Why don't I cut my beard? I want to cut my beard, but the problem is that requires time that I haven't allowed myself. I don't want a beard. It just grows on me, and I'm like, stop it. But it doesn't. Because that's what beards do, and that's how beards are. Do.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so cool. Anyone who would like some advice or have some thoughts on their mind that they would like to talk about or would like us to talk about, let's hit it up.
Yes, if you have a question that is related to some type of situation, let us know. And we will do our best to possibly help you. You know, if we feel like it.
It depends.
Okay, here, that's a good one. So this one is from Some Sort of Games. Do you have any advice on dealing with stage fright?
Oh, interesting. Do you have experience in this, Derek?
I actually do. It was my very first time ever performing anything, and you may not think this is true, but when I was in pretty much like all of my school years, except community college, I was a very shy kid. Didn't really talk to anybody, but I was already in my phase of like building my musical thing, and I took a class in school called Rock Band, and you would make a band and you would perform for the school. Just like, it was just something to put on your school resume. I don't know what that's called. But like,
Sure.
you show it to the schools and like, oh, this kid like took extracurricular activities. There you go, that thing.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I was in a band and nobody wanted to sing. So then we took a vote and they're like, Derek's gonna sing. And I was like, guys, that's messed up. You know I don't do the thing.
That's great.
And I also I was also the lead guitar for the band, so I had like all this pressure already on me. So then all my friends knew that I was gonna perform on one of the days, and I had free passes, so I gave like all the free passes to my friends. And then it was my turn. It was our band time to go up, and I was just like, man, I'm so sweaty. I hope you guys are all thirsty. But and I was like, we were a metal band too, so you can imagine how that went. But we did that, and I felt really good after. That's like kind of like the breaking point that got me out of my shell. And then people that thought I was quiet was like, oh, you're not really quiet after all. You're actually really... But to answer your question, to get over stage fright, you honestly just have to go do it. There's like really not much preparation you can do except from what... Because our teacher also taught us like how to perform. And they said one of the things when you're performing live is don't treat it like you're playing for strangers. Treat it like you're playing your friends, which was actually helpful because I did have friends in the crowd. But when you do play on stage or perform anything, be it magic, a seminar, speech, pretend you're just talking to friends. Don't look at them as strangers because that makes you nervous because you're kind of gonna think about what to say. Like right here, us talking to you, it's kind of like something like that on stage, but you just talk like your friends because we're all friends. And that actually helps you get out of that zone where you're kind of scared, I guess. And then after you do it the first time, you do your next show, then it's easier, then you do your next show, then it's easier, then eventually it doesn't even feel like you're kind of performing in front of people. Like, you'll still get that little goosebumps because you're excited. But that's pretty much it. What about you, Ryan?
Cool.
I know you played a show as well.
Yeah, I've done quite a few things on stage. I remember my brother was like, dude, you're so lucky you don't have stage fright, and I never admitted it, but I totally did. But him saying that, I was like, that's right, I don't have it. So it kind of gave me the courage in the first place to go up and do things on stage. And that's really all it took. As soon as I got up there and I was just being myself or putting on a show, whatever I had to do, the stage fright would go away, as long as I wasn't pushing myself too hard. Like Derek said, kind of just pretend like it's your friend. Just go up there, have a good time. If you have a good time, everybody else in the crowd is going to have a good time. If you have a good time, it will make you a lot more comfortable on stage and that sort of thing. I remember I took a speech class, and I did really well in it. I was like near the top of my class, just because I was. I kept one thing in mind. I only talked about things that I was passionate about. Because if you're passionate about something, you already know all the facts, and it's really easy just to talk about it. You talk about it with your friends. These are the things that you normally talk about. So I used that to my advantage. if you have like a paper that you have to do, I know you don't necessarily get to pick, but if you like have to read a paper in front of class or whatever, here's my best advice. Don't read from the paper. Don't read from a script, because you'll constantly be looking down at the paper, shaking, trying to remember where you were on it, and it's just too much. It's better just to go up there and talk like a normal person, and maybe just kind of remember what you have to say, but try not to use the notes. I found that whenever I used the notes, it made it worse for me. So that's just some advice. How do you get over it? It's just like Derek said. You really just got to try it, and then you'll get over it. Maybe not on the first time, but eventually you get used to it the more you do it. I mean, I'm just doing live streams right now, and I remember before I started the Static T channel, I was basically like, yeah, I'll probably never sing live. I'll probably never do anything live, just because, one, I'm not very comfortable with it, and two, it's like, you know, I'm not at the top of my game when I'm live. But now I just don't even care, you know, like if I sing and it sounds terrible, I'm just like, whatever, it happens, you know. So yeah, you've got the ability, because people have it. I mean, if you can see other people that don't have stage fright, that means you can sing, and you don't have to have it. So you really just gotta put yourself out there and try it.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing, and I'm not afraid to go on stage or anything like that anymore. I used to be when I was young, but I faced it enough that I just like, I don't even care if I'm out in the public anymore.
So we have a lot of questions about singing, which is definitely your answer there.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much how to improve or how to sing by
okay,
everyone.
Cool. There's some singing.
No, it doesn't.
Derek did some singing recently. It was pretty awesome because, first, he did a pretty good job, and second, he said meow randomly through it. Well, not completely randomly. It was purposely put, but I love the fact that he was just interrupting in his song. You guys should go to his channel, The Veda Cat, and check him out, just because it's exactly as you see it in the video right now. The meow one, it's hilarious. Anyways, so singing, a lot of practice, and a lot of holding the bar high on yourself. So when you're trying to sing, listen to music, but really, really pay attention to your own voice, and make sure that it matches. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with singing. I think one of the most important things is getting across your emotion, getting across how you want it to sound. Your voice is an instrument, but it's also, you know, capable of different tones, different techniques, growls or hisses or whatever. You know, you've got tons of different things you can do with your voice. So use that to your advantage when you sing. Give your song some attitude. That way, they're catchy in that way. Your voice, people can listen to your voice and be amused by it rather than get bored. Singing is a lot of trying to entertain by doing unique things with your voice. So keep that in mind. But for me, a lot of it was just practice after practice after practice. I saw another comment about getting high-pitched stuff. For me, that was very hard. My range is naturally low, but I can go high now because I would sing for 4 hours straight and lose my voice. But I figured out when I lost my voice, suddenly I could go high, but it was really out of tune. So I did that like 3 times in 1 week, sang for like 4 to 6 hours straight and lost my voice and continued to sing until like it hit 8 hours straight of singing. And after like the 3rd time of my voice going out, when I tried to do it the 4th time, all of a sudden I could just do it. I could sing high without ever having to go and losing my voice. So I don't know if that's recommended, but that's how I got it. So it's a lot of practice, a lot of time. I mean, that really goes with anything. A lot of time. Anyways, yeah, just pay a lot of attention to how you sound. Pay a lot of attention. Make sure you're matching up all the time. Because really when you sing, you're training your mind to move your vocal cords to hit a specific pitch. And the more you do that, the faster your brain's going to get at doing that. So anyways, I'm sorry about the boring talk for anybody who's not a singer. Thank you. Thanks everybody for being awesome. Glad you enjoyed the music. Okay, so we have a person on here that posted a few times about suicide. I think they probably feel like they're being ignored at this point. It was one of the original comments that we read.
Is it
I'm trying to
Pancoco,
find
the
it.
one that tagged me?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I think I can find it.
I think it was because of their girlfriend. They didn't really specify exactly what was going on, but they said something along the lines of they feel like killing themselves because of their girlfriend.
Okay, I don't know if we're looking at the same one, but the one I have is what is the easiest, least painful way to slit your wrist?
Oh wait, Ann Coco already left. Said I'm leaving. If they're not here anymore, then I won't bother. Unless someone else wants to answer that question. Or have that question answered. Not that one, obviously.
Let me look.
I saw a comment that said, I'm leaving. So.
Okay,
If only
here's
they
one.
had
This is from Crookie Cookie. That's a great name.
great name, Cookie.
How can you achieve a dream that seems out of your reach?
Oh. Oh, hey, Cookie. We did notice this time. I saw a comment they said. I asked 5 times and no one answered. Okay, do you want to take this one, Derek?
Sure.
Start with?
So, I think every single dream is out of reach, to be quite honest. And the great thing about dreams is that they're filled with fantasy and super cool, gnarly, colorful adventures and stuff. But they're all pretty out of reach in their own right. So it's better to view it as more of a goal, which is, kind of one and the same, so to speak. But if you have a dream to be a singer, for example, what is it that you're doing in that dream? You're singing in front of thousands of people, your favorite song, with maybe possibly your idol. How do you think you got there? Well, definitely you need to learn how to sing. You definitely need to learn how to perform in front of people. You definitely need to make friends in the right places. These dreams are just like a huge accumulation of things that you've done throughout your entire life to get you to that place. And in order to get there, you have to make these things happen. And it can take years, for real. It can take so many years to get to where you want to be. But as long as you're working towards that little by little, no dream is really impossible, I guess. But I think the main takeaway that people have a hard time doing is that they expect things so instantly. They make goals too far apart from each other. It's like, I'm going to learn to sing today, and then tomorrow I'm going to play at like the biggest venue in my area. No, you want to make small steps. I'm going to sing. Then the next day, I'm going to sing a really hard song that's like different octaves from what my natural voice is. Then after I nail that, I'm going to sing another song that's different octaves. Then I'm going to make my own song. Then I'm going to make my own song with different octaves. Then I'm going to put out this song for people to listen to and be ready for criticism and opinions. Then I'm going to send that song out to labels and things. So you want to make small steps, because when the steps are too far apart, you're going to get discouraged so easily because you feel like you're not getting anywhere. In order to feel appreciated, especially for yourself, because you are your number one fan and supporter, you need to make yourself appreciative of what you're doing. So don't make things so far out of reach that it's impossible. Make small steps, because those are such a good driving force. When you make things so easy to be obtained, which doesn't make sense because it's still going to be hard, but more in the sense that you're taking your time and you don't rush everything. Because when you're going too fast, you're going to miss the important things, and then it's just going to start to suck. So take your time, and then eventually you will reach it. But just know it's going to take time. And then it's really up to you as the person if you're going to invest in that time, if you're willing to make that time. And if you ever get stuck, don't be afraid to ask for help. Everyone's willing to help you, but no one can help you if you don't say anything. And that's all I really got.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have a great point. Dreams, they are out of reach. That's the whole point. There's something out of reach. And they can motivate you. So dreams are very good in that sense. You can use your dreams to motivate yourself and start working towards them. Obviously, like Derek said, it's going to take a long time. I mean, I've been a musician for 9 years, and I'm still not where I want to be. But I'm getting there. So it's worth working at. It just takes a lot of time, and that's fine. And part of it is you're growing into the position, and everything you've done before, like Derek said, is setting yourself up for the future. So I think those are extremely good points. I don't really have a whole lot to add on top of what Derek said. I think don't stop dreaming. Don't stop.
Believe it.
Yeah. Hold up to that feeling. And because they really are important, they can compel you to move forward and give you a direction at what you should be working on in your life. So yeah, keep doing that. But yeah, don't get down. Don't see. There's nothing wrong with high expectations. People say don't expect much or that sort of thing. I think that's the wrong kind of thinking. I think you should always have high expectations, but also have the mental fortitude of not feeling bad when those expectations don't come true. Like, have high expectations, believe in yourself, believe in other people, believe that you can achieve things, but don't feel bad when it doesn't come true right away. It takes some time. So, yeah, high expectations are good. It's just the kind of sense of low mental strength that you have to have with it. That's kind of like my best advice for that. Hope that was useful.
I agree. It all comes from yourself. You just gotta trust in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then if not, then let people trust in you. Like, something I hate is when, I do it too, I'm sure everyone does it. When someone compliments you, like they're being super sincere, and you're just like, nah, it sucks. And it's like, yo, let me compliment you, man.
Yeah, I totally feel that. I hate when I'm like, you did it awesome, and they're like, no, I sucked. I'm like, no.
Like, kind of use that as like a boost for yourself. Like, hey, you know what? This person, like, actually digs your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's important to take compliments as well as to give them. If you deny all the compliments that are given you, you're making that other person feel down and awkward, and then they're like, well, I feel like crap now, thanks. But, so allow them to compliment you, and then you'll make them feel great, because people feel great when they get compliments that are well received. But anyhow,
So,
continuing on.
I did see a question, if I can find it. Okay, this is from Kat Azuri. My friend is self-harming, and I don't know how to get him the help that he needs without making things worse. Any advice? What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, that's tough. Okay, so sometimes you really got to just make a leap of faith and try it. If you feel like sometimes things are really uncomfortable, but you know the right thing, and so you have to do it anyways, even though it feels like it's putting things and making things more awkward, maybe making your relationships distant and that sort of thing. So if you feel like that's the case, then find a way. I'm sure you have an ability to talk to their parents or something like that, or even talk to them about it. I think one of the things that's needed most is friendship and intimacy. If you want to help somebody, then you have to be willing to allow yourself to open up and show your faults so that they can open up and show their faults and start to get the ability to help that area of their life. Like, if someone doesn't talk about all the bad things, which is kind of nice because you don't have to deal with doing that. And not that we should always talk about the bad things, but sometimes when you have a problem and you're able to open up about it, then you're also able to receive information about it. But the people that you receive information from are usually people who you trust. So it's important to become that friend that they can trust. and be on a more intimate level of a relationship with you. So that, not necessarily romantic, I just mean intimate as in very personal, very open, and that sort of thing. A real relationship. But a lot of it is just being there for them. A lot of times you go to get help from psychiatrists and stuff like that, and that's great. But a lot of them, the thing that actually helps most is that the person now has someone to talk to about their problems. They have a direction that they can go in with that problem from someone that they can trust, and then execute those problems, or execute those actions to fix the problem. And you can actually be that person without having to get them involved with somebody else, as long as you come at it from the right angles, being their friend, allowing the conversation to move in that location, even if it's uncomfortable at first, and informing yourself about ways that you can help that person. Like I said, a lot of it's just support and being around them. A lot of it also is habits and subconscious things like emotions, which you can train them to have different ones. If you're around them and if you're around them and they can see you're trying to improve as a person, then they'll start picking that up and start doing the same thing. And them trying to improve as a person is going to help them feel better about themselves, which is the main thing that they need. They need to feel better about themselves. And so if you can be an example to them, that will go a long way. Just being an example every time you're around them, publicly trying to improve yourself, being more outgoing in a sense, even though being reserved isn't a bad thing, but being more outgoing with positivity and opportunity, and trying to help them and help other people. When they see your good actions, they'll start copying those and they'll start feeling better about themselves. So I think if you don't want to get someone else involved, then you have to be that person. And you could totally be that person. Just learn about the human mind, examine yourself, examine them, try to figure it out, and walk them along the way by being an example of someone who isn't depressed, or who is trying to better themselves, so that they can try to better themselves as well. So yeah, that's my best advice. I hope that helps. I'd like to pass it on to Derek. Or the face.
So, yeah, everything. Ryan pretty much touched up on everything. When you have someone like that, or if you yourself are like that, you're just really down there and you're hurting yourself. If you're the person that's, concerned for them, try to help them first, because yes, I do agree that you should tell someone, but at least try to help them first. See if you can do something. And if you never experience the pain that they're experiencing, don't say that you understand, because you're kind of lying at that point. Something I do that I don't know why I do it. I always tell them that, I don't know what you're feeling. I never gone through that, and I'm not going to pretend to know. I'm not going to pretend to feel what you're feeling. But I know what it feels like to be sad, and I know what it feels like to hate myself, because different things make you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when they hear those words from friends that I've talked to, they're kind of more open, because now they can relate to someone. Because when someone's sad, they're also in that state of mind where they think no one else is just like them. They think everyone's having the time of their life, and they're the lonely kid sitting in the corner with no one to talk to. And the first step is just getting them to realize that they're not alone. And that may be the hardest part, but it does take time. And you have to be that friend to do that. So relate to them in that sort of fashion, because, probably 9 times out of the 10, they're going to ask you, what happened to you? Why did you get there in the first place? You tell them your story, and then they'll probably be curious, but you don't act that way. You're always happy and you're always outgoing. Like, what do you do? And then you tell them what you did. You be honest and you tell them how you got out of that. You know what? I took some time to myself. I look back and thought that life is amazing. There's so much things that I can do for myself instead of just moping around. And, some may not grasp that idea as quickly as you'd like. They'll probably fight against it. It's like, oh, life is so unfair. if life is so fair, why do roses have thorns, and like things like that. Like they start to become petty at that point. But don't get angry. You'll probably get frustrated, but you just want to remind them that life is awesome, and you're gonna be that little cushion for a while. And as Ryan explained, when they start to care for someone, it helps them kind of care for themselves, because they're in that state of mind where like, oh, I can't care for myself, but I can definitely care for like my pet dog, because they matter so much to that person, or my little sister, my little brother, whatever it is. It's I forgot what the word is, but it's like some external form of self-care where they're like kind of doing what they can do for someone else, but not for themselves. And it kind of flips back around and it comes back to them, and they're like, oh, you know what? I can totally do this. But all in all, it just really, really takes time, and you have to be easygoing with them, but you just gotta kind of remind them like, hey man, life is really good. And some people, like I said, they're gonna be hard, and they're gonna be pushing back so tough, and they're gonna say all the things that'll make you upset. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna do this to myself, I'm gonna do this and that. And you're just gonna tell them like, you know what, man? Like, I hear you, but I'm here if you ever need anything. Just let them know that you're there. That's probably the biggest thing, that they have a friend in you. Because for all we know, they feel like no one's their friend. Even if you're telling them you're their friend, they'll still just look at you like, nah, you're not my friend. So just be there for them, really.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, because it's a mental battle, and it's like you can't get into their mind. All you can do is help from the outside. But it can be done. I know it can be done. I've experienced it myself, and I've watched other people experience it too. Friends can really make a difference in each other's lives, as long as they're, trying and giving their best,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's totally possible. It's just not easy, but it's important, right? It's not easy because it's important. It's just the way it is.
So there's another question that's related to suicide. This is from, I'm gonna pronounce your name wrong, Ananya Josh. My classmate hints about suicide, and I understand, because I felt like that too and done that too. Everybody else thinks that she's joking. I know she's not. What can I do? We're not even friends. Really, I think, to be honest, exactly what we just said. You don't even have to be this person's friend to help someone. Like, I think that's a huge misconception that, oh, I don't know them, so I don't care. But if you see someone in pain, do something about it. If you are in the position that you can make a difference that day, I highly, highly suggest you go make a difference. Because one day, you're going to be in that situation. You're going to be out in the middle of nowhere, having the worst day of your life, wishing someone was there. And by some stroke of miracle, someone's going to see it and someone's going to ask you. I actually had this happen to me. I was working, when I was working at Best Buy, I hated my job. And I got switched departments, because if I didn't switch, I was going to get fired. And then I was like really young at the time, so I didn't know what to do in my life. But I was helping this guy with, he was purchasing us a TV. And I was giving him like my honest answers. Like, he was asking if I should buy this and this. The other salesman, I should buy this. I was like, no, forget that. That dude's just trying to upsell you. Like, all you really need is this and this and this. And at the end of it, he's like, oh, cool, well, I'm just going to keep it in mind. And then he asked me personal questions. It's like, oh, I can tell by like the tone of your voice, you don't sound too good today. And I wasn't, because I hate my job. Or I hated my job, I don't work there anymore. And then I just told him everything and blah, blah, blah. And he reached out to me as a friend, saying, you know what, I can tell just how passionate you are about helping people and this and that like, life has so many things to offer you. And he gave me like this huge motivation speech, which I won't go into. But he made me feel good that day, because he didn't know me. He didn't have to go out of his way after the conversation was done about the TV. He could have just went home, do whatever he had to do. But he noticed there was something wrong with me. He didn't know me. I was just a sales dude. And he offered just words to me. Kind, motivational, inspirational words. And I hold that really dearly to my heart, because he didn't know me. He didn't have to do that. And I think that's so special, because this day and age, everyone's so selfish. Everyone cares so much about their own things and what they're going what they're doing, and they're posting all these things on Instagram and Facebook just to get a bunch of likes that don't even matter. When someone's actually like feeling pain next to you and you're not doing anything about it. But yeah, to answer your question, if she needs help, she ignores my questions and when I ask her if she's okay, then just be her friend. When it gets to that point, they're gonna keep saying that. So just be their friend. Like, hang out with her, keep her company. If she like says something negative, you say something positive. Like, don't be in your face about it, because like I said, and as Ryan said, it's a very slow process that you have to do, and it's gonna take a little bit of time or a lot of time, and eventually she'll open up to you. Then maybe she'll tell you what her problem is, and if you have experience, share it. If you don't have experience, offer some form of advice that is somewhat related, and maybe she'll take that away and hopefully grow from there. It's just such a complicated battle that you just have to go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Said it all. Yeah, and you know, people will push you away because they're not comfortable yet. Like, you know, if this person's in a state of mind where they're really negative about who they are, they're going to be negative about everybody else too, pretty much. They're going to think everybody hates them, and anybody who tries to approach them to be nice is probably someone who's trying to gain their trust just to break it. That's their point of view, and it's really unfortunate. But you can be the one that proves that incorrect. I like to be the guy that proves stereotypes incorrect a lot. Not just because that's fun, but that's just because who I am. And I'm sure Derek's the same way. I mean, Derek has tattoos, right? And he's like the nicest guy ever. But, you know, it's like you have to sometimes on some day you're going to say something and they're going to respond and just open up. It takes time. It's going to be a couple of, you know, conversations possibly. It might be even them coming to you. But if you don't give up, eventually there's no reason that they have to push you away. Eventually they're going to break down and you're going to be the friend that they want to talk to. Or they're gonna just finally, for some reason, a couple of things happen right that day where they're just like opening up to you.Maybe it was a bunch of bad things and they just need to get it off their chest, and you happen to be the person, which can be really nice because that opens you up into a relationship with them, a friendship. But yeah, so if they turn you down, don't be discouraged. Just remember that that's the position they're in there at this moment in their mind, in their life. And that's all the more reason to help them. That's all the more reason that you really need to go out of your way to put yourself in front of them and hopefully help them. Because I'll tell you what, there's, like Derek just said with his story, there's never going to be people will always remember that you did that for them. They're going to be like, wow, that person's amazing. I want to be like them. I want to reach out to people like that. Things like that change people, and it's awesome. So if you get to be that friend, you'll be in that person's heart forever, and it's really cool. So definitely give your best and be patient. Be very, very patient with the individuals or individual. Anyhow, carrying on. Everyone wants virtual hugs.
Hugs.
Yay.
That was a hug.
Hug.
Nice.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Hug.
I can hear myself coming out of your microphone.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. You went
bummer.
high quality again.
Oh, I went high quality mode and now you can hear yourself?
Yeah. Okay,
Bummer.
it's gone now.
Yay!
Oh wait, no, it's still there.
Oh. says
So
Grease Cloud.
we got one from One with Wolves.
Okay.
Me and my friend were horrible to this girl, but we did try to help her, like, honest to God, but she didn't let us. Oh man, that's like, you kind of answered your own question there, man. She probably has like super trust issues with you guys, and like you kind of have to expect that, to be quite honest. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, you gotta expect that. There might be a way out of it. Like if you were like, oh shoot, we really messed up and I want to fix it, then I'm sure there's a way. But yeah, I mean, you've built a mountain to climb for yourself. If you want to, you know what? You can figure out ways to make up for that. You can figure out ways to apologize. You're smart enough, I'm sure. And you know, if you want to fix that, then it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of active thinking and active actions, whatever that means. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you accidentally step on someone's feet and then they hate you forever, and you're like, dude, totally didn't even mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Or sometimes you're really mean, and then you look back and you're like, wow, I'm a terrible person. I am so sorry. Either way, yeah, I don't know. Good luck. There's things you can do if you really put time and effort into it, but yeah, it'll take time.
Man, we need to up the happiness in this.
Yeah, you know, I'll say this: every relationship is repairable, as long as the other person hasn't gone completely mental. I think people want good relationships naturally, but their mind has also this form of distrust, which puts up a giant barrier. But you know, if you're trusting of them, they'll be more likely to trust you back. And if you do the right things, if you give it enough time and effort, I think pretty much every single relationship is repairable, as long as the person is not refusing completely. You know what I mean? I mean, if they run away from you, then you have no choice. But yeah. Anyways, cool. So, how's everyone doing today?
I'm doing fantastical, Ryan. How was you?
Oh, I'm doing amazing.
I'm
doing
glad you're doing amazing, man.
Yeah. You know, when people say, like, if I ask somebody how they're doing, I usually try to use that same word to respond. Like, I say, like, how are you doing? And they say, good. I'll say, oh, good. And they say, you know, I'm fantastic. And I'd be like, oh, that's fantastic. Or if they say, amazing. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. You know?
That's sad. I'm sad. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I'm sad. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, I'm not doing so great. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, so I like to reply with whatever they reply with as an answer, as a comment to their answer.
Yeah, everyone just smile. Just smile real hard with your feet.
Smile really hard with your feet. If your feet aren't lifting up off the ground from your smile, then you're not smiling hard enough.
Yeah.
A smile should make you levitate. Watch.
Look at that. Magic.
Yeah. See, I had to frown to get back down. I rhymed. Super good. I ate a whole melon. Wait. And it tasted good. Oh, that's great. Melons are yummy. I like melons. What kind of melon was it?
I hope it was melon.
It was probably melon. Did you know melons are a type of berry? Apparently. All melons are berries. They're just really giant berries.
Yeah, there you go.
Alpha is an awesome guy. He
He can sing.
sits on Derek's shoulder and doesn't afraid of anything.
He sings very well.
Oh yeah.
Better than I. You believe in.
I love that. It's awesome. Random fact, Ryan. Okay. When I was young, I would get sick like all the time. I'm pretty sure most of my youth, from like 0 to like 6 years old, was spent being sick. I got like temperature of like 104. Yeah, it was bad. And I hallucinated one time that there was a dog attacking me in the bathtub. So that's a random Ryan fact. Random fact, Derek.
My hair is naturally curly.
Oh? What?
That's it.
This is news to me. Okay.
Actually, no. Here's a random fact. When I was little, my hair was straight. Like, super straight.
Oh,
I think it was
okay.
like the Filipino in me that gave me straight hair. And then I think once I hit puberty, my hair was like, nope, not anymore. And it started being super curly.
Really?
Yeah, like,
That's
it
weird.
became like gnarly curly. I don't have a picture right now, but I actually had like a curly afro for like summer middle school.
Really?
And when I was young, I actually had hair like yours, but it's brown, like dark brown.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh.
And then, yeah, I hit puberty. I woke up and I was like, what happened to my hair?
What happened to my hair? Let's go. Wait,
I'm a microphone.
Oh, man. That's wild. I've heard of people's hairs changing color as they got older. And also, people who went through, like, chemotherapy, and all their hair fell out, and then it would come back like a completely different color and style, which is neat. But yeah, not just randomly through puberty, like all of a sudden, hey, you woke up this morning and I figured you'd want curly hair for the rest of your life. You're welcome.
Yeah, dude. And like, for so long, I just shaved my head. I was actually bald for like 2 years in high school. Not because I had curly hair. I was just really lazy when it came to hair. I didn't want to do it. Couldn't wear hats in school. So I was like, you know what? This razor's looking quite awesome.
Yeah, goodbye hairs.
Yeah.
I could never do it.
But now
I could never do it.
I'm like 27. I don't really care like how my hair looks.
Yeah.
And I wear a hat like 90% of my life anyway.
Nice. I had a couple of friends in school. Every time school would get out, they're like, flip, hat on. And then when school started, flip off, then back on as soon as it ended. Like, they were just 100% hat guy. They would sleep with their hats on. I don't know if that's true, but I would assume it was true.
I want to see you
Still,
bald. No.
you want to see me bald? That's what I would look like. Something like that. I don't like
yeah,
it.
that's a pretty good way to reference that. Yeah, just put your hand on top of your head and like, there you go, I'm bald.
I'm bald. Hi guys, welcome to the bald stream. Where's your
To the
bald?
stream.
Where's your bald, Derek? What happened to your bald? Where's your bald head? Now you've got hair all over. I can't even see your bald, man. You've got hat stuff. You've got hat on. You need to take that hat on off because that hat on is making you not bald.
Actually, I think I can probably find a picture of myself bald.
Oh, your hair's now wavy, Ananya. Okay, interesting. It's happened to more than Derek.
Yes, I'm not alone in this random hair disappearing trick. Yeah, it was just random. It was like, hey, I'm gonna do this, okay, is that cool? And I was like, not really, but that's fine, I guess.
Not really cool, but alright, I guess I have to deal with it, because I don't have a choice, apparently.
Alright, I'm gonna pull up a picture of my bald head. You guys ready for this?
Oh.
I don't know if you'll
I am
see it,
not.
Ryan.
I won't be able to, but that's alright.
There you go. That's me when I was bald.
Welcome to the bald stream.
That's bald
We've
Derek.
got me and a picture of Derek.
And then it went away 5 ever.
A pineapple.
Oh,
Oh,
and here's the
Steven
picture.
wants pineapple.
And then actually here's a picture of my hair when it was straight.
Oh, you have one.
Yeah.
Ah.
So there's little tiny Derek.
Tiny Derek's. Little boy.
No one will stop
Little
him.
boy Derek. Stop me.
But that was little tiny Derek. He had long hair. Yep.
You've had a bald spot on both sides of your hair since birth, or head. So I always keep my hair down to cover them. That's interesting. It's weird how many different hairstyles that all of us have, how it grows differently and on our heads. It's weird. I have a bald spot all throughout this whole area. But I've got hair, like right here. And then on my neck, I've got bald spot from here down. What the heck? Yeah, I actually had a mullet at one point in time. Not because I wanted one, but because I was forced to have one. I was like, I want a long hair, Mom. And she was like, okay, you can have long hair, but only in the back. And I was like, alright, I guess that kind of counts. So I did it. But then I realized that it was a mullet. And I realized what a mullet was. And I was like, that's not cool. I don't want a mullet. I want all my hairs to be long.
I actually had a mullet too, but because my dad wanted me to have one, because he had a mullet.
Oh, nice.
We were like the Super Mullet Brothers.
Oh, nice. Super mullet brothers. Now your hair, now your get it out. Now your dad has short hair.
Yeah,
I've seen him.
he has the short.
He's a good man. He has the short ones. Many short ones. They cover his head.
Have you
lights in
always
my-
had long hair? Have you ever had it short?
Oh yeah. When I only started growing out my hair and when I was at the end of high school, like the last year or the last 2 years I started growing it out. And so the last year of high school it was basically down to about here. That's when I started growing it out. So I've had it for like many years now. But I wasn't allowed to have long hair because my parents didn't want me to. So I had like a super short hair. I had like a Caesar cut, if anyone knows what that is.
Caesar cut? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah. What should you say in Japanese? Can you say, my donuts have holes where they shouldn't have holes, and no hole where the donut should? Oh my gosh, that's a complicated sentence. Just say, my donuts have holes.
Oh, Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
I just saw
Is it a
that.
Caesar cut?
Yeah, I just saw
Okay.
that cut. Yeah, I think that was like really, really popular back in like our age.
Yes, it was. It was.
Huh.
Did you stab it a lot? Did I stab my hair? What?
Man.
That's no good. That's no way to make it grow. Oh, that is a good way to cut it, though. Yeah, I did cut my hair. I did stab my hair a lot in order to get it short. Actually, I was gonna say the dentist did it. Yeah, he was incredible cosmetologist. That dentist. He made my teeth look nice, and he also did my hair with those drills. He'd use the tooth drill on my hair, get a nice cut.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he would do each one individually, just to make it look nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most I can say in a different language? I don't know. I could maybe have a conversation in Japanese. I could say, let's see. I'm trying to think of something. A long sentence. Do you have anything you can say in a different language, Derek?
Hola. I used to remember how to say "How are you doing" in Spanish, but I can't remember. You'd say "Hola, me llamo Derek."
Oh, hello, my name is Derek.
I like you.
Uh,
Dios mío.
Mucho you.
Mucho you
like.
very mucho.
Like. You gotta have a like in there, otherwise there's no context.
Domo arigato, Mr. the
domo arigato.
Robot.
Mr. the Robot. どうもありがとうございます。I could say, あなたのどこの、大きいのどこの、大きいの、あなたの大きいのどこの、that's not right. 女の子。女の子。how about 小さい女の子。I could say that. Okay. あなたの小さい女の子は牛乳を飲めてがっているんですが。How is that for a long sentence? あなたの小さい女の子は牛乳を飲めてがっているんですが。Which would translate to, あなたの, no, I'm just kidding. I was going to use the same language. It would translate to, your little girl wants milk. That's all that your little girl wants milk. Which is, yeah, あなたの小さい女の子は牛乳を飲めてがっているんですが. That's probably the longest sentence I can say right off the top of my head.
なんだ
それはなんだいえ、結構じゃない。それは。
何
Yeah, very good, very good. You're doing it. You're doing it. What? Nani?
Wait right there.
Oh.
I was trying to say, wait, what?
You were trying to say, wait, what?
Oh, nani o matsu.
Nande o matsu. Hi. Go full, Yabu. でも、日本語がちょっと、何を話しますか？それは、わかりません。
Okay, I got one for you. 私はフェリーテールアニメが大好き。
私はフェリーテールアニメは good.
I love fairy tale anime.
好きです。That's I like. That says
すごい。
すごいですね。そう、私は、日本、I'm trying to read this. 日本語、no, that's not 日本語. That's not China either. I don't know what language that's supposed to be. Is that German or something? I don't know. Skillful films? What language are you trying to depict there? You've got,
that's not Korean, is it?
What looks like well, it's Japanese, but it looks like it's trying to say Nihongo ga, but it actually doesn't look like Nihon. It looks like ni something else go ga, and then
hold on, I got this.
Yeah, it's slightly different, or maybe I'm just kind of looking at it weird, or my computer's turning it into a weird font. That is Nihongo?
I speak Japanese. Okay. Yeah, you were right. Watashi wa Nihongo ga hanashimasu.
Oh, okay, it was. Hanashimasu. I was saying it's not China. I was looking at the kanji, and China, it looks like a square with a line through it going vertical. So chu, it's the literal how you say it is chu. But anyhow, for some reason I was looking at Nihongo, which is what that is. For some reason that kanji in the middle didn't look like the normal one that I'm used to looking at. I don't know why. But it is Nihongo. Anyways, I'm not.
Ice cream sangu.
What? Say it again.
Watashi wa ice cream sangu.
Oh.
Or is it Watanabe?
Watanabe? Well, you're saying ice cream song.
Oh.
Or we're saying ice cream song.
I am the ice cream song.
I am ice cream song. I am ice cream song. Yes, I am ice cream song. And they're like, no, you're not. but sure.
あなたは変わら
Hey, well,
Oh, yes.
ice cream. I forget the word for song. I think it's something like. I'm trying to remember it. Oh, if I think about it long enough, I'll remember it. But I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So then you say the word for song, and then "ga or "ga desu," which means I like.
Oh, yeah.
Ga is really just to refer to the last word. Japanese can be kind of confusing. Anyways, what are we doing?
I don't know. Well, what's your battery at?
Oh, my battery's totally like at low, 18%.
Oh, okay, we should probably wrap it up then.
Yeah, we probably should. That way, my battery doesn't die on me when I need it. I'm currently like, if anybody wants to know, I'm currently like not even at my house. I'm at my house, which is going to be my house, but right now I'm just, we're working on it so that we can prepare it to live in. So we finally purchased a home, which means eventually I'll have good internet, but it's going to take about like a month or more to prepare this house to get it to be in a livable state. So, but the internet out here is great, as you can see. I'm doing a little bit better on this end. But anyhow, what was I telling you? Oh, so I'm currently in a position where I really do need to reserve my phone battery, so that if something happens, I have a phone, because I'm not anywhere near the house I'm living at. I can speak in Tagalog. Only little bits, though. Kamusta ka na? How are you? Actually, that's not the right accent for it. Kamusta ka na? Ikinagagalak kong makilala kayo. I have to say that in order to get into the accent.
Salamat.
Kamusta ka na? Salamat. Salamat. How about, hindi ako makasalita ng Tagalog. I don't speak Tagalog. When I try to speak a language, I try to get the, when I speak a language, the main thing I pay attention to is how to pronounce the words sounding like them. Like, I try to make my accent really thick and pretend like and basically change my voice so that it matches theirs. Mm-hmm. So that I have the accent, because getting the right pronunciation includes getting the right accent. Yeah. So I try very hard whenever I'm trying to learn a new language to mimic that. I can't do the Spanish accent at all, though. Like, I have no idea how to do it. So that one I just gave up on. Emma! I only do the fake one that no one actually speaks, like, Emma, don't be so stereotypical, man. I don't even like jalapenos. It's not even my thing, man. I like
a chili pepper.
I'm more of an Italian kind of Mexican, you know? Man. I
like burgers on my pizza.
What? Tomatoes or jalapenos?
Both.
I like both. I would have both on my pizza. Spanish, for me, I was never into it, so I didn't give it a good try. Even though I took it for 4 years in high school, because it's all they offered. But maybe you'll learn.
One day.
One day.
But yeah, as always, we stream every Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or you can go on Ryan's channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified. And then you will never be late for the streamy streams.
Never, ever, ever, unless you're busy.
Yeah,
Which never be busy, you can always make it.
And it's not like we're going to judge you or anything.
Yeah, what?
So make sure you go to Ryan's channel and hit that bell button.
Holy crap, those are buzzwords, man. Those are the kind of words that get you fired from YouTube.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah. You can't talk about judging people. You can't even talk about not judging people. Oh my gosh. Can't believe you bring that up. That's like bringing up pizza and pineapples, which is a perfect note to end on. Because, now everybody's going to be freaking out.
Pineapple burgers on pizza. There you go.
Oh, dude, that would be so good. A pineapple burger drenched in, like, teriyaki. Teriyaki? And then Teriyaki? Chicken teriyaki?
Chicken teriyaki!
Dude, oh man, I love those guys. I haven't watched them in a couple. Teriyaki! Chicken teriyaki! But yeah, that would be good. Chicken teriyaki, hamburgers on a pizza.
Dude, that sounds so good, delicious.
That sounds awesome. Okay, well, let's wrap it up. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Wait, I'm not the host. Shh, Ryan. Be quiet. Derek's the host.
All right, everyone.
So
we are now closing up. Thank you all once again for coming over, saying hi to Ryan and myself. We really appreciate it. And we hope you guys took away something amazing from this stream that you can share with your friends, your hamster, your fish. You know, just try to make the world a better place. And if someone makes it worse for you, just give them a hug, because that's really all they need. But probably don't do that, because it might be like super crazy. Yeah, head over to my channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified when we go live, or just follow us on Twitter if you want to see what we're up to. But we hope you all have a good day.
And subscribe to the Beta Cat, because he loves you.
He's whack.
What? Oh, wait, he's what?
He's whack. He's lame.
Oh, he's whack. I thought you said he's black. I'm like, dude.
That's also possible.
Yeah. He's wearing black, probably. Okay. Anyways, bye-bye.
Bye.